Wow, everyone, what news? I'm reading the news here on CNN. Pam Bondi was destined to fail. She also made it worse. So Pam Bondi was uh, canned, I guess. Well, I'm reading this on CNN. So I got breaking news. Price of oil is up huge, up $1.10. And since the 28th of February, seeing the parabolic move. Today, it's Thursday, April 2nd, 2026. Incredible newsreels. Bought the dippy dip on XRP. More on that later. So, what do we do with all this news? So, I'm just going to do a quick video today. Let's look at the geopolitics and then socioeconomics. And I look to put together a trading plan for myself. Tesla is off about 6%. Nvidia is active. S&P recovered a bit, off the dippy dip at President Trump's speech last night, and the launch of the astronauts into outer space to go around the moon. So crude oil pumping up 12%. The VIX is dipping. So the VIX is at 23.87. Gold was off about 3%. So the news headlines here: stocks recover on hopes the Strait of Hormuz could soon reopen. So, on the 6th of this month, 6th or 7th, the world's emergency oil supplies, the strategic oil reserves for the entire planet, run out. Why unretired seniors are picking up gig work to pay the bills. Stocks recover from early losses today. I don't know what to make of all this news. One day it's on, the next day it's off. The president's speech. I don't know who won the war. Is the war over? Are they scaling up for something big? It says here on CNN that more than 40 countries meet on the Strait of Hormuz, while Russia claims its ships can get through. So they're giving free passage to Russia and China. Hegseth tells US Army Chief of Staff to step down immediately. So they're reshuffling the leadership. Trump's new role for USPS in mail balloting is unconstitutional. So my goodness, the geopolitics, people. Tesla sales rise after brutal year of Musk boycotts, but still fall short of expectations. The Hormuz shutdown. I'm reading the news headlines here, and then I formulate a trading plan. It's not financial advice, but my goodness, people. We've seen so many news stories here. How do we play this, and I'm in it to win it, to survive for me and my family, like everyone else, experiencing hyperinflation. Where is the play? I've been backing the truck up, purchasing Bitcoin and XRP because they have 100% downtrend rating, just like silver bullion did when it dipped from $55 an ounce 5 years ago to like $27 an ounce. And at that time, I was backing the truck up. So now Bitcoin and XRP are in that same technical condition, being 100% downtrend on the dip. So who knows where this goes, people. So I got 10 baskets, that I own of speculation. Precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium. I look at all the different commodities. I own stock shares. Yesterday I had a book on Notion AI. Notion AI was my book that I had yesterday. Now, I recently penned a book also on AI data engineering, and artificial intelligence meets data engineering. So check it out. Tell me what you think. And let's see what other books that I have here. I'm kind of going over the books that I have published. So, I do affiliate marketing for my own products that I create. So Notion AI, and then the next book is, of course, I did AI astrophysics, That did very well. AI data engineering. And then today's ebook is the Artificial Intelligence Machine Learning Convergence, Unleashing the Power of AI and Machine Learning. So it's one AI machine communicating with another. So that's the future. So you can check out the links below on my recent ebook. You can read it for free on Kindle. So I am considered one of the world's leading experts in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and our AI meets machine learning. So check that out below. Tell me what you think. So this is what we have on the news. A lot of, the crude oil's up. The old-time high for crude oil back in 2008 was $147 a barrel. The thing is, if you adjust it for 2026, the all-time high would be about $250 a barrel. So right now, crude oil's up at about $112. So it's still, I'll tell you, if it breaks above $250 a barrel or above $150, those are some interesting prices. And we shall see. Is this going to cause the next 2008 type of scenario where crude oil pumps between $150 to $250 a barrel or greater, and then the great financial crisis, GFC times 2? The hormuz shut down. Where are grain, cattle, and oil markets headed? 25% of all the world's fertilizer, ammonia, and petrochemicals travel through the Strait of Hormuz. So Plug Power just scored a new deal in Canada. And then Bernstein thinks you should buy the dip in Sandisk here. I like Bernstein, they do good work. Amazon news there. And Nike, deep in oversold territory. Should you buy the dip? The trend's your friend. Markets are never too high to buy, never too low to sell. I mean, people in China are not purchasing Nike anymore. That's just it's no longer cool, I guess. So we shall see. So S&P minis, all the minis up today about 1 point. NASDAQ was off 13 points. The Dow up 22 points on the mini. The VIX again at 24.61. The Dixie, at 99.855. The 10-year at 111-005. Crude oil again up $12. Nat gas at 2.800. Gold's off $133. Silver dippy dip back down to about $73. So where do we go from here? Is silver bullion going to dip back below its all-time high of $55? If it does so, people are saying if it breaks 55, it goes to 35. Stocks that are active, Advanced Micro Devices, Sandisk, active at 700 a share. Company chart of the day is Sphere Entertainment, SPHR. That's on the bar chart stock of the day. So that's what's being reported on bar chart. Big dip in the VIX though. So I look at the news here. Let's see what Yahoo Finance is reporting. Kind of the same news too, but we'll see. Looked at CNN. All those ships converging in the Persian Gulf. Boy, the world's oil supply is shut down in about 5 days, where there's no more oil. So something has to give. The jobs report showed an updated view of a fragile labor market as the war unfolded. So labor data today, the report will provide a fuller picture of the state of the job market as the Iran war begins. Twin cybersecurity incidents leave AI industry shaken. Tesla leads Mag 7 stocks lower. AI leaks highlight cyber risks. Tesla news off 6%. Trump imposes pharmaceutical tariffs. Here we go with the tariffs. The tariffs are on or off. adjust steel and aluminum duties. Toyota bets big on EV. Trump administration sues states to block prediction market regulation. My goodness. Hedge funds bail from global stocks at fastest pace in 13 years. So the stock market players and the hedge funds, they're dumping global stocks. So they might see something coming there. SpaceX held talks with Saudi fund for $5 billion investment. So OpenAI and then SpaceX IPO soon enough. OpenAI buys tech news show TBPN and AI giant's biggest media push. So the AI trade is still on, people. The March job report preview, how Iran war. So I guess we're waiting for that news. I've been out of pocket today. I'm reporting later. It's around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in North Florida. So Liberation Day. Trump sets new drug tariffs. So aluminum's become very popular, obviously, with the war effort. Bitcoin lingers near lower bound of trading range amid conflict. I'm backing the truck up and purchasing Bitcoin at around 66,000. Blue Owl. More investors flee Blue Owl funds as private credit fears deepen. Companies like KKR, Blue Owl, BlackRock, Blackstone, man, this private equity, they're too big to fail though, so they'll probably get a bailout. It'd be comparable to like the long-term capital management bailout or the too big to fails in 2008-09 with the bailouts to infinity. So this is what we have. All right, so let's look at top gainers today. SBA Communications, Viasat, merger news there, I guess. Knife River Corporation off 10%. Wix.com, dippy dip. Enphase Energy. So, active stocks. Nvidia, Intel, Nokia is pumping. Plug Power, been looking at Plug for a while now, and Tesla. That's what we have on the news. So I bought the dippy dip today on XRP, had 4 trades in a row. Looking great. I look at the technical analysis. I don't use technical analysis, but I look at bar chart. I guess I do, but I don't really. I just follow bar chart and I look at their currencies and I look at, let's look at XRP. barchart.com/crypto/coins/XRP. XRP, the USD, is ranked. The bar chart technical opinion rating is 100% sell with a strengthening short-term outlook on maintaining the current direction. Silver bullion was the same ranking 5 years ago at $27 an ounce. So was crude oil in 2009, 2010 during the lockdowns. Crude oil went to negative $47 per barrel. Now look at it. So buying the dip makes sense, but I don't try to guess the bottoms. I just look at here and say, well, where's the downtrend the strongest on my 10 baskets? And right now it's Bitcoin and XRP. I just go over, I run it about 14 minutes, you know. I just go over the news and then how do I put together a trading plan. Bitcoin, BTC USD, the technical rating on Bitcoin is 100% sell with a strengthening short-term outlook. Long-term indicators fully support a continuation of trend. So with that, again, silver bullion was in the same technical opinion 5 years ago, so I'm backing the truck up into Bitcoin and XRP. Could go to zero. So I do so with asymmetric risk. And, so that's really what I have. Look at my trading plan today. I bought the dip on XRP at as low as 1.29460. I've been buying the dip on such. Huge retracement today, and then now it's pumping and going back up again. Same thing with Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Dogecoin, Zcash has been doing all right. Litecoin, Pixel. I don't own Pixel. I guess I should have, but Uniswap is active. Sheeb, AVAX, Link, old stinky Link, Bonk, Dog with hat. So I got my hat on, So that's what we have, folks. Tell me what you think. Leave comments below. Where is Bitcoin going to go? Is it going back above 70, 71, or is it going to dip back below 60? We shall see. So that's what I have for today. I used my weather app today too, weathermist.com. It's agentic AI meets artificial intelligence meets meteorology. So weathermist.com is awesome. So check it out. I'll leave the links below and tell me what you think. I use it every day for my weather needs. Nike stock, dippy dip. So that's what I have, 16 minutes, people. I'll go over my trading plan, what I did today. Had a busy day out in the sun, so I don't know, food security, you gotta have food, shelter, clothing, transportation. Now's the time to be planting food gardens, here in the Northern Hemisphere. So that's what I have. Dollar cost average, SPY ETF. Bought the dippy dip in Bitcoin. Bought the dippy dip in XRP. And then also in Solana. Bought the dippy dip in Solana. It was off like 8% at one time today. Could go to zero, people. So asymmetric risk. Thank goodness I own a lot of silver bullion. I sold 80% of my bags of silver at the Parabola. At top market, I had liquidity on e-commerce. And then now I'm backing the truck up and trying to rebalance my portfolio, my 10 different bags that I have. So check out the links below for my ebooks. Tell me what you think. And have a super wonderful, great day. And let's see, is the war going to be won tomorrow? Who won the war? Did Iran? Let's look at the Iran news. Here, look at Al Jazeera. President Trump again gives primetime address on war on Iran. Says it's going to blast Iran back to the Stone Age if the Straits of Hormuz are not opened. Says the war is nearly over. So, the Independent, oil prices spike. The war's almost over, but they're still striking Iran. The New York Slimes is reporting Trump speech rattles markets. Macron from France criticizes shifting posture. And then again, dozens of countries meet about the Strait of Hormuz after Trump's speech. So they're doing a convergence. They're all going to go into the Straits of Hormuz, I guess. Al Jazeera. Let's see what Al Jazeera is reporting. The Pope Leo condemns brutality of the world in first Easter services. Pope Leo washed the feet of 12 priests in a ritual, using the moment to urge Catholics to stand with the oppressed. I would agree. We always want to pray for the oppressed, and also always remember to pray for the falsely persecuted. U.S. war drags on. And then Iran says army forces are ready to repel a U.S.-Israel attack. So they want a ground war, I guess. They're prepped for such. So this is what we have, people. The war, peace in the Middle East. Is the war over, or is it just beginning? The buildup. Is this the Battle of Armageddon, the book of Daniel, the book of Matthew, book of Revelation? We're going to have the mark of the beast soon enough with a neural ace. Who knows? So tell me what you think. Leave comments below. And have a super wonderful, great day, everyone. I give thanks for my abundant supply. Now manifest it. I have it now. Thanks.